We did it. We are now back in the green. We are now up $17, week nine of the 11K challenge, and I'm really excited to show you what I've been doing over the past week. But if you're brand new, the goal of this challenge was to take an 11K account, use margin to grow the account exponentially, making around $100 a week. Now, I've been selling three meta covered calls where two of them I got margin called and made a $600 loss. And one of them that I've been kept open and rolled every single week. So 9 weeks in, I've made $616, which has basically crawled back the loss of 599, and therefore I am up $17 in this challenge. Now, I wanted to show you guys, the good and the bad. I was going to show you if I lost or if I made money. And this is the whole point of me documenting this through the YouTube channel, because a lot of YouTubers and traders only showed the good things in life, but never showed the bad trade. Because I could have just shown you this one contract that I've been rolling every single week, and I've made $616 in 9 weeks, which on an 11K account, 616 divided by 11000, is a 5.6% return in 9 weeks, which is really, really good. And all you got to do is put more money in to scale that. But I've obviously had two lost trades. So I wanted to make sure I gave you the good and the bad. And the key takeaway for anyone that's looking to sell options or get into options trading, and I've done a video on this, and I'll link to it somewhere on here or down below, is you have to know how to roll an option. I've just started a mini series on the channel where I am actually doing the flip side. So this is covered called rolling, and I've been doing the same thing by buying an in the money put on Coinbase and showing you guys how to roll every single week for a net credit and rolling your strike down to eventually get out of this trade, because that's exactly what happened here. Right, I was in the money for such a long time, and for those who watched the previous week's videos will know that I've been rolling my strike up. So I've rolled from 167 all the way up to 180, picking up net credits, but not a lot of money. I've only picked up $60 in like 3 weeks, where this week alone I've made $92 because Meta tanked so hard. I was able to buy back the option for so cheap. So apologies for the rant, but I just wanted to make that clear for you guys. This is the key thing about this. So here is the trade that I placed yesterday. So I bought back the August 26th expiry 180 call, and I bought it back for $3. And we'll look at the chart in a second. And then I sold the 177.50 for next Friday, September 2nd, for 95, giving me a total net credit of $92 for this week. Therefore, taking the total up to 616 for this particular contract, including my two lost trades. I am back in the green. So again, for those who've been following every single week, I've not panicked during this situation. I've just gone in, utilized technical analysis, fundamentals of what's going on with Meta and the wider economy to choose my strike prices. So if we head over to the chart on Meta, and again, if you're brand new, I generally work on support and resistance, RSI, and pivot points. And again, check the playlist down below on why I use these particular indicators. So just to confirm, I bought back the 180 and I sold the 177.50. So again, I rolled my strike down to get better of a net credit, because yesterday the price was around the 166 to 168 mark. So we are one more day of this week to go at 168.82. And the reason why I've selected the 177.50 strike, because it's still a long way away from where we currently are for 168 to 177, so just under $10 away, so about 7-8% Meta has to move within a week, which is more than capable of doing. You've seen it here from lows of 159 all the way to 168 in the space of a couple of days. So it can make that move. That's all within Meta's reach, but I think it's got some challenges to get there. And primarily the reason why I think is this particular pivot point here at the 172 mark. I think it will reach this pivot point either today or middle of next week, and then we'll get some resistance around this level, and then it still has to travel past this area here. So we'll have a look to see where today's pivot kind of turns up. I think today's pivot will probably be about, I don't know, well, probably about here somewhere, maybe around this level over here. So we'll get resistance there and we'll get resistance there. So it's got to travel through two pivots in this particular mispivot, which I think you'll get to over the coming days. And then if we zoom out on where we currently are, these are the lows at the 157 mark. Do I think it'll go back down there? Potentially, potentially. And then I think we've got some resistance at this level over here. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and potentially 5 points here. So we're kind of back in this range where if we zoom back out here, let's go over to a 4 hour, will probably be a better view. So we've kind of had this descending triangle with this bottom over here, and what you can see, it has broken out but went straight back in and hitting the highs over here at 183, 184. So overall, I'm quite comfortable with my strike. Again, you guys have known, if you've been following it, I've got no issue for this going in the money, rolling this option out. The reason why I got margin called here is because your margin goes up, the more your option starts to increase. And I got to a point where I took on too much, right? I took on too much, and I've learned from my mistake there. I'm going to stick with one. Part of me is actually thinking going across to meme stocks. I'm about to place a trade on BBVY, which is less capital than what I'm spending here to a certain extent, and is better return in my view. So I'm thinking about getting out of Meta, choosing something else. But as it stands at the moment, quite happy with this situation in terms of where we are. So again, hope you're enjoying this. I would love to be $616 up as opposed to $17 up, but hopefully for now I can consistently make 80 to $100 minimum every single week, assuming that we don't have that volatility of massive spikes up or down in whatever stock that I'm trading. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I should catch you in the next